Okay, we are starting serpentining cones, turning him away from you, having him work off of my body. I don't want him pushing into me. I don't want him bumping my hands. And he should learn my cues that when I'm moving, he moves off of me. Some do this easier than others. Some, you also, just him trotting along with me, moving with me in an obstacle course, or just in general, a showmanship class, or just, you don't want him pushing you. You want him to stop nicely. You don't always want to have to jerk him. You don't want me to stop and him to be way out here. When I am asking him to trot or move, I want him to come with me, so I have cues. I don't want to be out here trying to drag my horse to get it into a trot. That's all part of the showmanship and the showmanship part of obstacle. I have some, our flare horse, I have to work her in a chain. We do this a lot, and we've done this now for a couple of years. She's really hard moving with me. She doesn't want to stop nicely, doesn't want to start with me. She gets pushy. So I work them alongside of a fence a lot. So the fence is on this side, and I can, on some of these horses, carry a little whip to top them. He's very sensitive, so he's been really good about this. So when I'm first starting to have my horse move with me, my cue so I want to have a cue. They need to know you don't just start off by trotting. You're wanting to trot from a standstill, even a walk. So you have a cue. You can use a verbal cue, body cue. So with me pushing my hands and my foot away, kind of squatting, being exaggerated, and then I'll either cluck or I will kiss or I'll tell him trot. And I want them to trot off with me, which I don't know that we're there yet. And I will, a lot of times, use a little whip. So for walking, I want him to walk with me, and he should be on kind of a loose lead. His head, I should almost be even with his halter, between his halter and his jaw line. You don't want to be out here. You don't want him to be ahead of you. Kind of right in between his neck or his eye and his shoulder. So he should walk off with me. As I'm turning on the outside, he should be up here with me. So as we trot, this could be interesting. And he needs to stay square. If he flings his hind end out like that, I step in front and I move him over. I want him to stay square. He's being very silly today. So, trot. Good. Try that again. So if you're at a standstill and you want him to trot with you, trot, quit. So you work on him trotting quickly. Don't drag him. Don't let him drag you. So then when we are doing our cones, he needs to learn to move laterally. He needs to move his shoulder away from us. So I exaggerate. If I'm going to go in between these cones, he needs to move his shoulder and his body away from me. And he's being really bad today fighting. And I'll use my hand. When he's on the outside, he needs to speed up. So here, he needs to move away from me. I'll put poke him in the shoulder or the neck, so he moves away. This is all exaggerated. Here, he needs to speed up. So he needs to slow down when he's on the inside of my corner, and he needs to learn to move his body away from me. He speeds up on the outside, Here he needs to slow down and see how he's starting to cross his feet and move himself away from me. Here I ask him to trot. You do it in a walk first. You're going to get in trouble, Slick. So here he crosses his feet. He's staying away from me. He's getting in trouble because he's wanting to bite. But he should learn to move his body away from me. I can use my knee, I can use my hand, poke him in the shoulder, bump him in the nose. So he can move away from me. I don't care if he knocks the cone down, but he can't jump in front of me. But he needs to learn to move his body away from me. Leave his feet up there. Here I will stop them or walk them because they need to learn to slow down. They need to seat up on the outside. Quit. He needs to speed up. Trot, trot, trot. And here, slow down and move away from me. So I'll make him walk on his turns that he needs to move away. Speed up. Walk and move away from me. Trot. Trot. Okay, so that part is really important when you're navigating a course or you're doing a hunter course. You don't want to trip over your horse. You don't want them to drag you. When you're watching a show or a class on any of this, it's how pretty those horses move with you. It's enjoyable to watch, and it's enjoyable to work with them. So that's the basics. That's the starting point. Okay.